Welcome to another episode of Off Leash with Dr. Pete. I'm your co-host, Molly Van Vranken, and we are currently down in the sunny state of Florida at VMX doing
Except the sun's down now.
Yeah,
so
I know. I was going to look outside and say it's so sunny, but it's really not. It's dark out now because we just stayed in a metal building all day answering questions to vets about copper storage disease, preaching the Voyager gospel.
Yeah, it gets to be a long day.
Yeah, it does. All right, we are going to go straight into part 2 of your questions. So let's hop right into it. This next question is from Nancy P. Hi, Dr. Pete and everyone involved with Voyager. My beautiful Doberman, Allie, has been eating Voyager for a year or so and is doing super well. Very well. Weight, coat, energy, etc. Question. Do all dogs need probiotics? Am I missing something that I should be doing?
No.
You need a Doberman picture for your ads. They are susceptible for copper storage disease, and no one I know talks about that owns Adobe has even heard about it. Yeah. I tell them all about Voyager, and I give them Ben's number. Ben answers their questions. Ha ha. Have a beautiful day.
Well, thank you. We'll try to have a beautiful day. Yeah, do they need probiotics? No. There's kind of a push now, for dogs to have probiotics, and maybe if you're having dogs that are having intermittent diarrhea, like diarrhea a couple times a month, and that sort of thing, maybe probiotic would be advised.
Yeah.
The problem is there's all sorts of probiotics. There's some for behavior, some for GI stuff.
Yeah. And I can't believe that no one that she knows how Adobe ever talks about it.
I don't know, because most of the Adobe people know all about it. A lot of Adobe people know all about it. And of course, it's a big deal with them. They're genetically... They have tendencies genetically to develop that disease. And the problem is you're starting to see with some of these foods, and here's where they kind of get in trouble. They're on foods like just kind of okay. And then you start feeding dehydrated liver treats, boom. That lowers the boom on them. So you're going to have to be careful or they're giving them, or they go to the butcher shop and get a beef liver, or they get a beef heart and feed their dog that. And that's where the rub comes.
Yeah.
You're doing all right. We think our diet's great for Dobermans, Labs, Dalmatians, Westies. And if you start there, in fact, the patent we have for our dog food is as a prophylactic to copper storage. We don't have anything that says that our dog food's therapeutic, although we know by experience that it is. But it's, what do we always say? Prevent the preventable. You don't have to treat the treatable then. Makes life a lot easier.
Okay. I like that.
Yep.
You ready for the next one?
Yep.
This next one's from Jamie R. Hi, Dr. Pete. My little 12-pound terrier mix has a high liver value. His ALT on 325 was 192, and then on 1225, it was 557.
Okay. So it's on its way up.
Yep. I had an ultrasound done, and they found nothing, which I don't know if you can find anything from an ultrasound.
Well, you can. If they get advanced, if they get really advanced, then they have... And you start to get these dogs that are cirrhotic. You can see the cirrhotic lesions. But the copper storage lesions are not like big holes in the liver.
It's just cirrhosis.
Yeah, it's just cirrhosis.
So they gave me a liver supplement to give him daily. They also just suggested trying a low copper diet like Voyager.
Good.
Then we'll retest his values in 6 months. He likes the kibble, but it's just a little too big for his mouth. He has a few missing and messed up teeth. And I can tell it's difficult for him to eat. Do you know if there is smaller Voyager kibble for dogs?
There isn't small Voyager dog food, but, I shouldn't say that because currently the bags of the hydrolyzed pork,
they're small. But that's small. Just because of the way we ran it the first time it's a sample run.
It'd be just a temporary thing. So what I do, I'd probably go out and buy a cheap coffee grinder and bang it around in that thing. Yep. Mm-hmm. Hit it a few times, knock it around, and see if you can't make it easy. Or sometimes people will add
water it down, or broth.
Yep.
Well, you want to be specific on what type of broth, I think.
I think warm water, you're safer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and then the other question was, do you agree with the course of treatment without seeing my pup?
Yes, I do. I think that's
what about milk thistle?
You can be, was she on Denamarin now or not?
No. They said a liver supplement.
Okay, and that's probably that. It's probably Denamarin, and that has milk thistle in it.
Okay, good.
Okay, so you're
doing a great job, Jamie.
You just go back in. In fact, I think she's anxious now. So you know what I do? I check it at 3 months, not 6 months.
Also treats.
Yep, you got to be careful with the treats.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about that before. Liver treats, no.
No.
Can't do that, okay?
All right.
So we make a treat that is 5.7 parts per million. I'm not trying to sell treats. I'm just telling you, you have to be careful.
Yes. Go ahead.
Some of the treats, just like milk bones, have copper sulfate in them.
Why?
I have no idea. Greenies have copper sulfate in them. You know.
So silly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what doesn't. Animal crackers and
apples, bananas, and carrots.
Yep, and
they have copper, just not added copper.
And if you got a 4-year-old, animal crackers, okay.
There you go. All right, and the next question is from Karen T. Dear Dr. Pete, my 2 Scottish Terriers, 1-year-old and 7 months old, eat the salmon recipe 1.5 cups daily. And I top it with 1/4 of a cup of cooked sweet potato and broken up freeze-dried salmon. Am I feeding them too much?
Well, if they're getting fat, you are. I don't know. I don't know how active they are.
Yeah, it's all kind of dependent on the dog.
Yeah. So I can't ever tell you whether your dog's going to gain weight on that. And I really can't tell you. I don't know the activity level. If those dogs go out and chase each other for 3 hours every day, you're probably okay. But if they sit around and watch reruns of Leave It to Beaver, they're probably not okay. So that would be where I would probably go with this. And then really all you have to do, I mean.
Sounds like very healthy meals.
Yeah, well, a lot of veterinary clinics, they wouldn't mind if you just brought your dogs down and weighed them every once in a while to see how they are. Now, was one of them 7 months old? Is that right?
1 year and 7 months old. Honestly, you won't see a big jump in weight until you spay or neuter them.
Neuter sometimes.
That's what happened with my lab. I spayed her, and immediately she got fat.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, the androgen effect of the estradiol's gone now, so you don't have that androgen
So yeah,
effect.
the dogs are too young to really know. Just keep an eye.
Yep.
I have a wiener dog right now.
You just spay them. When you spay them, you cut the food down. It's simple.
My wiener dog is 9 months old, and she is fat.
Yep.
And why? Why is she fat?
Because of you and your mother.
Not because of me. She's on 12 kibbles a day at my house.
Yep.
Because I take her over to Sharon, and Sharon gives her about 12 treats a day.
Yep. Sharon thinks we're running a feedlot, so it's a big difference.
Yeah. All right. Next question is from DT. Hi, does your dog kibble provide enough protein for my dog, or do I need to supplement it? Royal Canin's hepatic recipe doesn't have enough protein and needs to be supplemented with egg and or chicken.
Yep. Ours does not. Does not need to be supplemented. It's fine the way it is.
Clean and complete.
It is.
All right, next.
Well-mannered ingredients.
Yes. You ready for the next one, or do you want to elaborate on that more?
No, I'm all right with that. You don't need to. These are complete and balanced diets, and so you don't have to do anything with them. I mean, that's supposed to be the beauty of them. Out of the box, or out of the bag, into the bowl.
That's right. All right. This next question is from Christine B. Hello. Our dog had her spleen removed because of a mass. Turned out to be a benign.
Yeah, benign hemangioma. Yep.
But a liver biopsy showed copper storage damage.
Wow.
We have her on Voyager kibble and Royal Canin canned food. She only gets a small amount of the canned food with her kibble at night, but I'm concerned about the extreme amounts of ingredient, mostly chemical, in it. I assume she's talking about the back of the can. There's a lot of ingredients.
In the canned food? Is that what she's concerned about?
Yeah, she said mostly chemical in it.
Okay. Well, maybe she'd be better off to home cook for them.
What are your thoughts on canned liver health dog food? Also, are there any other dog treats other than Voyager that we can give her? It's difficult to find all the ingredients and treats from the bag. Sure.
I mean, I've always been a big apple, banana, and carrot guy. Apple, bananas, carrots, cucumbers, cubes of ice, beans of green.
Okay.
They're not going to have an awful lot of copper in them, and I think those are safe. And, sometimes the dogs don't like the carrots unless you cook them.
Yeah.
And dogs are sometimes big on texture of things, so I do that.
All right. She also said we were giving her I've never heard of these Blue Buffalo yogurt and apple health bars.
Yeah, I don't know what's in those.
And a small.
So yogurt tends to be that's made out of milk.
Minty dental treat.
Yeah.
I'd say stick away from the dental treats, especially because they might have copper. I don't think most of them do. I know the greenies do.
Yeah, greenies do. I don't know why they have it, but so you got to avoid those, and heaven forbid, don't give anything made out of liver.
Okay. Is there a published list of good and bad food products with dogs with this disease? I am using a list for humans with Wilson's disease to determine what vegetables she can have.
Bingo. That'll work great.
It also says in which dairy products. We try to stay her away from dairy just because it causes allergies.
They have a lot more problems than people do with dairy.
Last but not least, when and where will this podcast become available for further listing? right now.
Yeah. It's not live.
Well,
right
we're
now.
gonna no, it's not live right now. But whenever Cal publishes it,
Yep.
I will tell him to send it out earlier.
We take Dr. Pete's colorful language and insert other stuff.
Yeah,
in there.
insert bleep bleep. No.
Yeah.
This next question is from Nicole. Unless you wanted to answer more of the last question.
No, I'm good with it.
This next question is from Nicole V. I have a 12-year-old English lab. Her name is Lily. Her liver enzymes started going up a couple years ago. Since then, she has been fed only Voyager dog food. I didn't want to take any chances. I am very happy with and am good feeding her Voyager. Labs are prone to lipomas, and Lily has been getting them for the past couple years. That's a lab thing.
It is a lab thing. It is not. This dog must be 8 years of age or older.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Because your mother wanted to know.
A 12-year-old yellow lab.
Oh, yeah. So they all have lipomas.
If your lab didn't have lipomas, it's not a lab.
My wife made me take 4 or 5 of them off, and they all grew back in different places, so I never had to take them off again.
She said, I had a few of them aspirated. Is it aspirated?
Yeah.
Just to check, and so far they have all been benign. My question is there any type of supplement that I can give to help with lipomas? I have seen many advertisements that contain turkey tail and different mushrooms. Do they work? Do you have any other advice regarding lipomas?
Not that I know of. They're
pretty harmless.
They're harmless. Yes.
We just don't like looking at them.
I will tell you, one time I took one out that weighed 12 or 13 pounds on a big dog, but it wasn't big enough to have a 12-pound lipoma on it. So, so that was a problem. But yes, I think.
Could you believe it was a lipoma when you took it off?
This dog will go, really be careful how I say this, but this dog will end up going to the hereafter with lipomas. Yeah. Nothing we can do about it.
I can't believe you took a 12-pound one.
Yeah, that was huge. We had to take some skin off and everything. It was a mess.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You turned into a plastic surgeon for a minute.
Yeah. What is it? Snip tuck or something like that.
Nip tuck.
Nip tuck. That's right. Yeah, nip tuck.
All right. You have any other thing on the lipomas? Any other turkey?
No, not
any
really.
of the mushroom stuff work?
No, not that I know of. I mean, otherwise this would have been. Listen, if it's scientifically known about these things, it generally comes out in the conventions or in presentations. There's nothing I know that gets rid of lipomas.
Yeah.
I suppose if you starved your dog, the lipoma might get smaller, but that's not what you want to do.
I think Sage is starting to get lipomas.
Yeah.
I see them on her. All right. Next question is from Patricia. Gus, my 9.5-year-old lab pit mix, 90 pounds, was diagnosed with copper storage disease prior to his TPLO surgery. What's a TPLO surgery?
That's where you fix a
elbow?
It's a tibial plateau leveling thing you do when they rupture their ACL.
He's on, oh God, here goes me pronouncing names again. Denomirin, cyclosporine, and compounded cyclosporine, and budesonide.
Budesonide,
Budesonide compounded.
Yeah, and that's a steroid, an oral steroid that sometimes we use for GI stuff.
Okay. His liver function is almost normal. I tried Hill's and Royal Canin's liver kibble, and he refused both. He loves Voyager's chicken. I'm so thankful for Gus's internist who told me about Voyager. Are you seeing more and more dogs with copper storage disease, and is it mainly due to elemental copper in dog food?
It is. It's entirely due to that, and we actually just got done doing a study where the FDA says it's because it's in the environment. It's not in the environment.
Yeah, we biopsied coyote livers.
Yeah, we compared them to 104 dog livers, 88 coyotes. 88 coyotes didn't have any copper in them, hardly any copper at all.
No retinal staining copper.
Dogs had a lot of copper in them, so it's not in the only way coyotes going to get it if they start drinking out of water hazards on golf courses and stuff like that, which I think they do probably.
Yeah. You ready for the next question?
Sure.
This is from Mary. I love the idea of Voyager since I lost 2 dogs to liver/pancreatic issues. I had Boo on the chicken and he had chronic diarrhea. Chicken does not bother him. Which should I try?
What was giving him diarrhea?
The chicken. She said I had him on the chicken and he had chronic diarrhea, but chicken does not, I guess, not normally bother him is what she's trying to say. Which one should I try?
There may be something else in there.
Hydrolyzed?
I would do the hydrolyzed salmon probably.
Hydrolyzed salmon or pork.
Yep.
Hydrolyzed salmon.
You'd have to call for the pork because it's not online yet. But you could call and
we do have the money back guarantee. So if it does not work out, you will get a full refund.
Yep.
Okay. Next question.
Sure.
Sue V. What is Dr. Pete's thoughts on what vaccines are really needed throughout a pet's life?
Okay. Are you ready?
How often should they be given?
So you got to give about 3 or 4 DHLPPs or DHPPs, distemper hepatitis, parainfluenza, and parvo a couple times. Then DHLPP, that vaccine with leptospirosis in it, usually 4 serovars. And then a rabies when you get to be over 12 weeks of age. And then I'm not sure you need to do a lot of other vaccines. It depends on what your lifestyle is. If your dog goes to the groomer, you probably ought to get a Bordetella vaccine, or if the dog...
Is that kennel cough?
Yeah, kennel cough. Or if you go into boarding kennels, you should get Bordetella. Lyme disease, if you can see ticks all over the place, you're worried about that. Most of the time now we have these asoxylator drugs that kill ticks. They kill them fast enough you don't have to do the vaccines. But if you're one of those people that sometimes has a hard time remembering to give it, or maybe skips a month every once in a while, that's going to be a problem. You could get Lyme disease. So I really think DHLPP, rabies, I usually do it again when they're about, 15, 16 months of age. I give another one. And then after that, I just do the lepto every year. And then I do all the other ones every 3 years, the rabies, the distemper, the hepatitis, the parainfluenza, and parvo. So I do those every 3 years after that. We don't need to give these dogs all that much vaccine, but you have to give them some, and you have to get them started.
The ones that matter.
Yeah. And we vaccinated our way, really. We've almost vaccinated our way out of parvo at this point. We don't see much parvo anymore. So, but we do see lepto. Make sure you give your lepto vaccine. Listen, even if you have a little dog, we'll usually give them, and usually what we do at our place, we'll go ahead and give them Benadryl. If you have a little dog, let's say you had a little Maltese or something like that, we're going to give a lepto vaccine, usually give them Benadryl, just to make sure nothing happens. Or I'm going to give them 2 vaccines like lepto and rabies or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Sure.
This is from Teresa. Oh my God, this is a long one. Thanks, Teresa. This is about my 2.5-year-old Labrador Retriever. Love labs. My question is whether loose wet stool, in our case, short of diarrhea, formed but never firm, indicates that long-term damage is happening or nutritional deficiency is happening, and or indicates combined allergies, IBS, IBD, or whether it could just be my dog's norm and I can allay fears. I've been giving conflicting information by vets.
Yeah. So here's what you do with that dog.
There's a lot more. Do you want me to keep reading?
Well,
or no?
let me ask you this. So you got to send a stool sample and make sure this dog doesn't have intestinal parasites, okay? First thing you do. Okay, the next thing you do is you get your pen and pencil out and you write everything this dog's eating, and that's what you're going to have to do also. And then I need to know everything.
Treats.
Yep, treats, the whole enchilada.
Table scraps.
And this dog, if you got soft stools, there's something going on. So whatever you're feeding that dog may like it, but it may not like that dog. So you'll have to change your protein source, sometimes your carbohydrate source. So you'll have to go to a different protein and see if you do better. But you'll have to be disciplined enough not to, you have to square this down to where you're not giving very many treats. You're giving a certain dog food. And then after a month, you can probably determine how you're doing.
Okay. Do you want to hear the background on this dog?
Yeah.
He was purpose-bred for service work from a reputable breeder, and after 2 years of very hard work and training, he is now trained and certified by his organization as my service dog. He has been raised in my home and trained and working with professional trainers since 9 weeks old. After fed a careful and complete diet with appropriate supplements since a young puppy, his stools have been leaning towards loose, soft, wet with an occasional diarrhea. Significant event at 9 months old. His symptoms took a big turn when at 9 months old he had a dietary indiscretion. Indiscretion, and ate another dog's diarrhea.
Oh.
ER visit 2 days later, and he became quite sick. He has never really been the same since. Treated at the same time and regular primary and specialist dermatologist care. Panels to rule out parasites or other suspected diseases from the encounter. All negative.
Okay.
After many trials.
Did he have normal stools to begin with? Did she say?
She said they were always kind of like iffy.
Yeah.
Like not always solid.
And it just got worse.
After many trials, we wound up with PPP sensitive SS salmon and rice, which he tolerated better than others. but still, loose was his norm with occasional diarrhea. He also has many allergies, which are believed to be both environmental and food. He has been under an allergist care since. He appears healthy, skin good with continued allergy treatment, coat good, happy, pretty good energy, otherwise pretty healthy. My dog has had the loose stools despite many food trials and being treated for allergies and being on the daily allergy medication. Environmental allergies are treated by medication and weekly medicated baths.
Okay.
I'm gonna butcher this. Pentophylloxine? Pentoxifylline, that's it. And
Okay.
Claritin daily. We are now recently transitioned into Altamino. His symptoms have improved, but still softish stool. Better energy, seems happier, but I'm concerned over whether this is a healthy food for him long term.
It's a hydrolyzed diet. It's expensive as the devil.
I don't know.
But it's a good diet. And so you're on a hydrolyzed diet. So now you're better because the proteins are cut up into little pieces, so the body doesn't recognize it. Now, if you want to try something else, you're welcome to try that, but I'd stay right where you're at. If I was going to make one suggestion on this whole thing, I would suggest you talk to your veterinarian about having a fecal transplantation.
Yeah.
And that's where you take stool from
go ahead.
You take stool from another dog and then
Put it in your dog.
and put it in your dog's rectum.
There's a bunch of
feeding
things
tube.
here for that.
Yeah.
I've heard by multiple people, they're like, fecal transplants are the next best thing. I was like,
Yeah.
oh God.
Well, you'd have to see what happened when you did it.
They do it to people
Yeah, all the time.
all the time.
Usually they take stool from somebody else in the home.
Ugh.
Yep.
Okay. And then the last part is, we have just received a trial of your hydrolyzed salmon kibble. And then she said, thank you. And I like your philosophy on the whole wholesomeness of your ingredient, better than the Altamino. Is that a food? I just keep looking for an answer for my sweet, amazing pup. Thank you, Dr. Pete and Voyager. My Memphis thanks you too.
Okay, well, I'd love to know how many treats you're given and really what you're having if you have allergies, especially if you have ear infections and hot spots. If you were having those and you're having GI issues, if I look at 100 dogs with ear infections, 25 of them have GI issues. So those are
They go hand in hand.
Food allergies are causing the ear thing. Adverse food reactions are what's causing the stuff on the other end. So
Right.
the hydrolyzed diet may really help a lot.
Right.
And maybe you'll have to throw a fecal transplantation in there because you've had diarrhea for so long.
Because with the Altamino, who I've never seen that food before, his symptoms have improved, but...
It's made out of chicken feathers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was a salmon food. I thought she said it was a salmon
Well,
food.
maybe it is Altamino salmon. I don't know if it's salmon, but Altamino generally is made out of chicken feathers.
I think it says PPP sensitive SS salmon and rice.
Oh, maybe that's what's in there then. But the salmon would be hydrolyzed probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So try our hydrolyzed salmon. Let us know how it works,
Sure.
please. And if you're still having problems, call Dr. Pete on your fecal transplant.
There you go.
I know did you go to any of the
No, they do them
things
all the
about
time.
it?
You do it to parvo dogs. There's all sorts of dogs you do it to. And it's after you're at your wit's end.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe probiotics would help also. It's really,
Yeah.
you might try probiotics.
Oh, I can tell that this girl loves her dog.
Yeah. But you just got to get to that happy place and figure out how you got there.
Yeah.
It's like you turn your TV on. I like this one channel. I can't find it anymore. But you got to find out how you got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you get there? And I probably would. I'd look into. I wouldn't just call somebody and set up a fecal transplantation. I'd find somebody who does them on a regular basis and has had good luck with them.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably try to schedule that. And quite frankly, the fact that this dog has skin issues, it's immune mediated. So probably the GI stuff's immune mediated too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Well, I hope you have good luck on your dog, Teresa.
Yep.
And that is our last question of the day.
Wow.
I know, we went through a lot.
Good questions. And
these are all really great questions.
And it's better for you to ask me questions than for me to dream up stuff to talk about. So, yep.
People just stop making me pronounce drugs.
Yep.
If I would have gone to vet school, I would have.
Pentoxifylline.
Jesus. They don't even look like they're spelled right.
Mycophenolate. No, they spell them all right.
They don't spell them like they.
Yeah.
No.
We just need to get you some Latin classes. That's all.
Apparently. Well, thank you again for joining us for this episode of Off Leash with Dr. Pete. We will keep answering your questions. Keep sending them in. We will send you another email.
Yeah, and anybody who calls in with questions, make sure you give
Detailed.
All the details. The age of the dog, the
like
sex.
Teresa, that
Yeah. And then send me
six paragraph.
Yeah, send me the blood work. Sometimes the ALT is
Yes.
high. And I just talked to somebody yesterday. They sent me all the rest of the blood work, and their albumin was low and their calcium was high, which told me something different than what I had suspected when I talked to them.
Yes. Always send in all the information.
Yep.
And until next time, always treat the treatable and prevent the preventable.
Yep.
Amen.